Next up, I thought this was really interesting. I loved the kind of approach that they took with they had an older, more experienced actress, but even she was kind of trying to transition and try something new. And then you had really a much younger actress who was still trying to, what it seemed like, break onto the scene. And I liked that they chose to do it that way because then you do have this kind of mentor aspect that I think they did really, really well. But you also have this idea that, this older actress is still trying to do something new or something different. And so there's not like the straight guarantee that she would have been chosen even if the other girl had auditioned. And them bonding and, talking stories and her just kind of trying to lend support as much as she could. I loved all of that. I loved the kind of camaraderie that you felt between the two of them and the relationship that they built. And then on top of that, them going to the house of the director, producer, whoever that was, was, I think, one of those things that you could see the clear signs of this could go very, very poorly, very, very, very quickly. Is a pretty dangerous thing to do, but there was two of them and it was still daytime, and things like that. And the whole exchange there and how that bonded them even closer together, and really kind of showed them what they were willing to put up with and not willing to put up with, and again kind of shows some of the darker aspects of the industry and what people have to put up with. And I think that it's a good thing not to shine over those or kind of just like gloss over those when you're making films, because it is part of the industry. It's not it's a horrific part, but it's there. And to just see how much like happiness and how much she had accomplished without really compromising herself, and her trying to embrace her son and have a relationship with him, and she kind of doesn't have her any romantic interests in her life and is focused on other things and fulfillment in other places. And then you have this whole kind of side bit with her her landlady, and that's all fun, and I love that, which added some even more lightness. I thought overall this was a really, really light, fun film, but I think it highlighted a few really important things that I appreciated, which is like the importance of female friendships, the importance of having someone to mentor you and help guide you, and to just be there as a sounding board even, and stand by your side if you're trying something hard, and that you can find fulfillment and joy in many aspects of your life.
Next up is an engaging film. I like the development of the friendship between Tilly and Juliette, particularly when they both confront the theater director. The chase between the director and the two friends added a comical element, filmed like a scene, right out of a silent movie. You know, Seeing the challenges and life both women encounter outside of acting and add more depth to their characters. Tilly trains as a kickboxer, which seems to boost her confidence as an actress, while Juliette reconnects with her son. The landlady provides another obstacle for Juliette as a struggling actress, but I would have liked a clearer reveal about the flowers she receives throughout the film. But I did really enjoy this film, and I thought the characters were really well developed and written.
Next up, okay, it was a bit long, but I liked it very much because it's very interesting to see. You're never quite sure on what's going to happen. I think that the film did some great points when it comes to show the struggles actors go through when they're trying to do an audition, and the problems of getting involved with, some bad directors, so to speak. I liked some specific details, like the whole thing with the popcorn and when the director is chasing the two women around the house. That was funny. But ultimately, I think that what really makes this film stand out is the friendship between the two protagonists, and how we get to see what their lives are like, why they need this acting idea so bad, and what it costs them, what it means for them to pursue their dreams. So yeah, it was a very compelling piece. Thank you very much for sending it.
This film is called Next Up, The Rise Within. This was an evocative short film. I appreciated its take on the lives of actors and the challenges of the profession, especially for women. The audition scene was quite satirical, showing that casting can be so subjective. Speaking of acting, the performances of the cast members were excellent. Everyone was 100% committed to the role. I love the scenes of London, and the camera work was quite dynamic, notably the fast-paced chase scene between the two leads and the sleazy director. The synth soundtrack was catchy and worked with the often quirky tone of this piece. I would love to see more work from this talented group. Well done.